it's no longer time for you to beg. It's time for you to establish ownership and create the life for yourself that you want to live. You got to ask yourself, yo, is this next level worth going through that rejection? Because it's always been hard for me to post my wins when I know how many L's it took for me to have that win. I am exactly where I deserve to be. You are exactly where you deserve to be. Yeah, bro. So I think what I'll do is I'll just talk a little bit. I think number one is just really getting clear on my current goals. Because there's a lot of things I want to do and a lot of things I want to get done, but I can't do everything. Not right now. But I can do what I want, which is the whole reason why I even started this business in the first place was to have freedom, freedom to do whatever, whenever, for however long without being limited to time, money, or location. Fortunately, my industry allows me to do that. Like, I can go anywhere in the world and still have a job, still have people who need me. I have a gift with my hands that I can use anywhere. Not only that, I also love connecting with people, love learning about people, and having genuine conversations that always bring forth growth, whether it's in me or the person I'm serving. So, kind of entering this new chapter of my life is it's been interesting because in a way I've kind of hit a plateau to where it's like my business, I don't really have to do anything for it to continue generating money. All I have to do is just do the bare minimum, which is show up, cut hair. But I know for the life I want to live and the dreams and goals I have for myself, I can't just do the bare minimum. I'm going to have to do more. And because I have so many dreams and aspirations, I almost feel conflicted because I feel like I have to choose one or the other. But I know that in this world, you can have it all. Like, to be honest, you can have everything, every single thing that you want to have and enjoy it all, if you really work hard and you create that life for yourself. I want to be able to pursue my creative ventures without almost being like a starving artist. Like, for those of you who don't know, I do music, I do poetry, I like to paint, I like to experience new things, I like to travel. I like to enjoy the world. I like to taste the finer things of life because I believe that's what God created me to do. He created us on this earth to enjoy everything bountiful about it. There should be no lack. That's the world He created for us. And I want to return back to that world, back to that kingdom. So when I think about all these things I want to do music, right? How do I blend music into my business or pursue music in a way that isn't counterproductive to my business goals as well? And this has been a question I've been pondering for a while, and I know I've had my page for a few years now, 5 years or so, since 2019. And the only thing I've really posted on there has been hair. And that's all people know me for on this page. They just know me for hair. But they don't know that I am a whole nother person behind and outside of the chair. And that hair is just one of the things I happen to do and I happen to excel at. So I want to be able to show the world like more parts of my life and let people get to really know me for me, everything, the good and the bad. And that's why I started documenting this journey because it's always been hard for me to post my wins when I know how many L's it took for me to have that win. I never wanted, it almost felt fake for me to post my accomplishments and the things I've done because I know that all over social media it's almost like a highlight reel. It is a highlight reel. A lot of people only post the good things that are happening, the great times in their relationships, their marriages, their businesses, their life. They only post the good. Rarely will you ever see someone post that, dang, I just totaled my car. I'm in $50,000 worth of debt. My business failed 3 times before it actually started running well. Rarely will you ever see people post these things, and I didn't want to be one of those people that just posted the good times and the good things. So I just chose to never post anything. Like when I graduated from hair school, I didn't post it. When I got my license, I didn't post it. When I entered my new studio, I didn't post it. When I left my old shop, I didn't post it, just because it felt unfair for me to post the good and the good things that were happening in my life without sharing all the stumbling blocks I had to overcome to get there. So now, entering this season, it'll be everything. You guys will see everything. It's almost scary, because I know almost the more you put yourself out there, the more judgment you receive, the more negativity you receive. And that's okay. You got to realize that every level that you try to climb in your life, there will always be some resistance, some pushback. And if you fold to this pushback, you'll never get to the next level. You got to ask yourself, yo, is this next level worth going through that rejection? Is the life, my goals, my desires, my dreams, is it worth folding to these rejections? Because if you really see that life for yourself, and you know you can achieve it because you should be that confident to where it's no question that you'll achieve it, then what does that noise really mean? That noise is nothing. And you got to be able to block out that noise to make it to that next level. So knowing this, I know that once I start showing more of my life, it's vulnerable. Um, Vulnerability is not an easy thing. It's hard. And for so long, I've kind of like protected myself and only shown the surface level. But I know that it would actually help a lot of people for me to show more of who I am, so that maybe they can be inspired to be the best version of themselves, because really this journey is just me trying to figure out life. You look at me right now, look at me in the face. Let me zoom in a little bit. They should have not let me get this device because I am going to be going crazy. You telling me I can control that camera over there from my phone? Go all in. Take that risk. When you see me, when you look at me, on the outside, right? Instagram and all these things. It looks like I got it figured out. It looks like I know what I'm doing. It looks like I'm posting the right things and getting the right outcomes, getting new clients, upgrading my skill set. Cool. But like literally, I have no idea what I'm doing. And that's the beauty of it, bro. You'll never stop not knowing what you're doing. Like literally, life is like, I'm becoming okay with this now. I'm becoming okay with this fact. Because at first, I was kind of resistant to it because honestly, I'm kind of like a control freak. I like being in control of the outcomes of my life. And truth is, you're only in control of the income, the input, the input. You can only control what you actually do. You can't control what happens after. But of course, there's some things that you do that bring forth certain outcomes. But most of the time you can only control what you actually do, and then whatever else happens. It's up to God. You feel me? So it's like you will always be in a cycle of just figuring it out. I don't think even our parents have it figured out. They're just winging it. Like, yeah, they got it figured out, they stable or whatever, but I think they still just figuring it out. Cause what is life? It's an endless journey of self discovery, and I'm becoming comfortable with and embracing that. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. You know, who am I? My name is Emmanuel. Some know me as Dr. Slice, some know me as Manny, but my name is Emmanuel. It means God is with us. And throughout my journey of life, God has always been with me, even when I wasn't always with Him. And these last 2 or so years have really just shown um what it looks like when you put him first, how bountiful life can be, how great life can be, and how life can happen on your command by his power. So I wasn't always this person. Some know me from back then, back when I may not have been such a great person. And to say I'm a great person would be kind of hypocritical because I know I'm not even there yet. I'm still in that process of refining myself into the man I want to be, every day. I have my flaws, I have my weaknesses, I have my demons, but I also have my strengths, and I have God, and I have the people around me who love and support me. All of that I'm grateful for. It's almost weird when people meet me where I'm at because they didn't know what it took for me to get here. They didn't know how bad it had to get before it got good. So it's like I always have the feeling and the thought of not being worthy just because I know who I was, and I think a lot of people have that feeling too, to where like they don't believe they deserve to be where they're at because of where they've been. This has been a thought that I've had to eradicate from my mind and really embrace that I am exactly where I deserve to be. You are exactly where you deserve to be. And you need to examine where you are and be like, okay, do I want to stay here? Am I satisfied with where I'm at, with who I am? Am I truly happy with what my life looks like right now? I think that's a question that needs to be asked because if you're not, and you're not satisfied with where you are and who you are and completely content, if life was to just be like this, why aren't you making a change? And that was the question I had to figure out. I was in a spot where I hated myself. I didn't love myself. And for that, I couldn't love the people around me to the level that they needed to be loved. And so after doing some work and digging deep and finding God, it's like I've learned to love myself. I've learned to forgive myself. I've learned to have grace and patience and not beat myself up for being human, you know? You can make mistakes, but if you continue making the same mistake, you're not learning from it. And you're choosing to continue making the mistake. The vision of why I even started the business in the first place, one was for that freedom, financial, time, location freedom, but also it was to be able to make a wider impact on my community, specifically the Black community. I believe you can create this world and make this world work on your terms rather than being subject to those terms that the world has created for you. And I am an example of that. I've never had to answer to nobody. I'm 23. I work for myself. That's a beautiful thing that everybody deserves to experience in their life, that freedom. It's no longer time for you to beg. It's time for you to establish ownership and create the life for yourself that you want to live. You know, your skin color is no longer a disadvantage. It's only a disadvantage when you're playing in other people's space, but you have to learn to create your own space. And I want to teach other young men to create opportunities for themselves. I truly believe that this industry is the best industry you can ever get into. My family didn't really see the vision, and I don't blame them because the way barbering has been done for so long hasn't been lucrative. And now we've been able to challenge the standard and present a new path and pave the way for other people to do it a better way, and really see a great benefit from it. Truth is, most people don't put themselves out there because they're afraid to fail. If anything, I want to fail because if I don't fail, if I go a day without failing, a week without failing, a month without failing, that means I played it safe. I played it comfortably. I stayed in my bubble. I was beat into submission by the world. That's what that means if I didn't fail. But if I failed, that means I tried. That means I tried to do something that I hadn't done before. That means I tried to chase my dreams and my goals. That means I tried to step outside of that comfort zone. And I might have got spanked. I might have got burnt. But I tried. I tried. And I'm going to keep trying. I don't want to sit there and be like, dang, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. And because of that, every time I try and I fail and I try and I fail, I only get more and more refined. And I just keep sharpening that sword every day until I finally slay that beast. And that's why I'm so grateful for every breath of life, every day that I have, because every day is another day to try. and I'm gonna try till I die. That's where I am right now, my headspace. I feel like I needed to let all of that out because my thoughts were so flooded yesterday and this morning because I was just like, dang, what do I do? But all I have to do is just do and take that chance. Everything I just said, I needed to say it, and I needed to hear it. That's another reason why I'm documenting is because I need to hear this stuff. I need to go back and look at these things when I'm not clear on what to do and draw inspiration from this visionary stream of consciousness that's flowing through me. Sliceology, family, thank you for tuning in. HQ, thank you for tuning in. And we will see you soon. I will see you soon, and I will see you at the top. And I hope that this inspires you to chase your dreams, chase that life that God has for you. Because they say don't chase a track, but really, you got to be relentless with that chase. Of course, the things that are meant for you will come to you, but you must also take that step forward to receive His blessing. And I hope that I inspire you to receive His blessing and to be the best version of yourself and to not let anybody get in your head and to keep striving. Because I believe in you. I believe in me. I believe in me. I believe in me. I need you to say that. I believe in me, bro. I believe in me, bro. I believe in me. And I'm not going to let anybody take that from me. So I will catch y'all some other time. Keep striving. Peace.